My mama ain't watching this.
Welcome back to our channel. Hey guys, welcome back to Legacy Radio. My name's Jalen.
And I'm Mondell.
I'm Alex.
I'm Adaya.
I'm Demetrius.
I'm and today we're
What the hell?
I'm Icy. I'm Demarian.
And today we're going to be talking about condom usage. So to get the show started off, guys, what do you guys think the pros of using a condom are?
You don't get pregnant.
Definitely.
That's a good one.
You could be protected from like STIs or anything.
Definitely.
No babies. No babies.
Exactly.
You don't get pregnant.
Basically being safe with yourself, like just knowing that. I feel like starting out with condoms, the pros of using it is just basically safety for yourself.
Definitely.
And it takes away the worries too. Like if you have a particular sexual time, you probably get worried.
Right.
When y'all friends that use condoms and strapping up, is that something that y'all talk about?
No more kids. Nobody getting no AIDS. Nobody catching no STDs. No HIVs. No none of that shit. No STDs.
Be quiet.
Okay.
Safe sex is the best sex.
I don't feel like nothing.
Don't use condoms. Don't get pregnant.
Just do it.
Are you serious?
Don't use condoms.
I agree with him.
Nah, don't use condoms. Don't use condoms.
He's not a good example. He's not a good example.
All right, so listen, being real. If y'all ever felt like y'all needed to go get tested, do y'all know where y'all would go to get tested?
Okay, so we talked about the pros. Do you guys have any cons of using a condom?
They stink.
Ooh, facts. I hate the smell of condoms too.
Like,
I feel like one con could be like the stigma around using a condom. Like some people don't want to use a condom because of how they think it feels on them particularly. So it can kind of be like a conversation that you would have to have if you don't use a condom, you wouldn't have that.
Having a conversation about using condoms is always going to be difficult because it's just awkward. You don't always want to just ask them, alright, do you have a condom on you? You just want to go at it sometimes.
Right.
and it might take too long for some people because like you gotta roll it on, you gotta put some lube on, you gotta get ready.
So you think like by the time they get the condom on, they're gonna be soft?
Yeah, they'll be like, you know, I'm not.
How long did it take you to put the condom on?
I know, but hey, suck it till it's hard again.
Okay. Basically.
So now we're gonna like talk about where you can get condoms from. Like where do people usually get their condoms from? Where do you guys get your condoms from?
The mocha.
It's free and I got chapstick. That's real.
So for those of you who don't know, the Mocha Center is a community-based organization located on Main Street. People who live in Buffalo, people who are out of town, I don't know what to tell you. Find your home address. It's 292 Main Street. But yeah, they do free testing and you can get condoms, lube, and referrals to other doctors and stuff.
Yeah. There's other like clinics and stuff around that you can get like free condoms. Like I know in schools you can get free condoms from like the nurse's office and like if Planned Parenthood, Evergreen, those places. I know some people that buy condoms. Like I've never had anyone buy condoms because we know.
I was at 7-Eleven the other day. It was Sunday, and I was looking for whatever my last name is to go find her, and I see condoms just there, and it's like $6 for this small packet. I'm just like, who pays this amount of money for these basic condoms? Like,
exactly, you can find condoms on the floor.
You gonna use it?
No. That's not good.
Good. Going into that.
I didn't say I was gonna use them. I'm just saying you can find them wherever you want.
Well, coming from off of that, like that even goes with how people store condoms. Like, how do you use them? Because some people use them improperly. Like, how do you know that it's safe to use? Basically.
I can tell you how to not to store them. Don't keep them like in your backpack or anything because it's gonna get too hot. And once the condom gets too hot, then it's gonna be like it's not gonna work. Right? Yeah, it's gonna be dry.
And don't keep them under the heater like I did on accident.
Yeah.
like the expiration date, expired.
Yes.
Expiration date. Also, like just basically what everyone said, but there's like these little condom holders that you can use that they're like metal and like you can keep them in your pocket. So then like if you have it, it's a cute little thing. Every time someone looks at it, it's like they think it's like a cute little case of some sort. But then when I tell them it's a condom holder, they're like, ooh. So, you put gum in?
Yeah. You can have like a whole bag, you know. So when it's like a grab and go, you know, you about to go out here and do some extra stuff. You can just have it like by the door, right? And be like, let me grab my keys, phone, wallet, and whole bag.
Yeah.
They got your condom, lube, and what else? Whatever else you need.
Yeah.
Brush, yeah, man, toothbrush, all good stuff.
Wash and go douche.
I don't remember that, but you can have that too. You gotta put me onto that.
Like aloe.
Y'all parents gonna be at work? Are y'all gonna be on break?
Shit, yeah, I'm about to.
Okay, so while you're doing that, right? Are y'all like, y'all got a bunch of condoms? Are y'all protected?
Nah, I'm going straight wrong.
Okay. So do you trust the people who you're having like this raw sex with? You trust them?
Yeah.
So okay, so say.
Already got
So do you feel comfortable like going with your partner or even by yourself going to get tested? Do you know where you will go to get tested? All right, so where would you go to get tested? Some people watching this might not know.
Collider Health.
Collider Health. All right, cool.
Knew that shit.
You know how you said that whole bag having that there? Like, what if you live with your parents? Like, how do you feel about that just being there and like they check it and it's there? Like, even if it's in your room when you're, how would you feel about just having it openly displayed?
At least you're protected.
Right, at least you're protected. Like first and foremost, I would just be like, at least I'm protected.
Right.
But you could have it like discreetly. You could have it like under your bed, or like put it in a box. You know, maybe put it in a shoe or something like that. You could hide it. I feel like and be discreet about it. It doesn't have to be like clear or anything like that.
That's true.
To add to that, I think it also depends on the relationship you have with your parents, because if you're not that close to them, you don't talk to them, you don't tell them anything, they're gonna be really suspicious if they just see you lying around your room.
Yeah, like,
close to them.
shocked that you got mad condoms in there. Like, what you doing?
Because what they already know, like some of your business, like you tell them the basic information, like you're actually active and such, and then they see that you have condoms laying around your room somewhere, like they're just gonna be, hopefully they'll be pleased that you're being safe with yourself, but yeah, if you're not that close, but they might have a whole issue, it might be a whole debacle.
Yeah. Like, I've had that happen to me before once too. Like my mom had saw that I had like the condom holder and the condom and stuff. She knows that I work here or whatever. But she was like, "Oh, you got condoms, like what is you doing? Why would you have that if you don't?" I'm like, I don't do it. Yeah, basically.
That's basically how my parents reacted when they found out that I was having sex and stuff. They was like, "Why you got all of these condoms and stuff in your room? You must be doing something." But I'm like, "Would you rather me just be out here being raw and stuff?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And they was like, "Well, no, it's just the fact that you're doing it." But I'm like, still, if you don't, like, if I'm doing it raw, then I can have that skin-to-skin contact, and I can contract herpes, other stuff like that. But they don't know. I went to Youth Link, got tested and stuff. Everything was clear, and they provide me with condoms and stuff. So at least I'm out here doing it safely, so that it's not just raw. I'm safe to say.
That's big Lisa.
Yes.
My parents didn't care. I had my whole bag. She was like, "Oh, you got the flavor ones, the dark ones." I was like, "I sure do." So, what are the different types of condoms and types of protected sex?
Well,
Glow in the dark ones.
Yeah. There's red
Flavor
ones, tattooed condoms.
Yes.
Very thin ones to make it feel like, yeah, for people who say that it doesn't feel the same. It's
Ribbed ones.
really just like a second skin.
What was it? I forgot what the ad was, that's all. It was like what, bearskin condoms or some shit?
Yeah.
And it was just like meant to be like really thin, just for that intimacy, so you don't have to worry about like not feeling your partner how you would want to at least.
Yeah.
But it was just like bearskin condoms. They make these now.
So yeah, basically the reasoning behind all of these different types of condoms and stuff, I feel, is just to increase the pleasure during sex and stuff, so that everything is not the same and so boring all the time, which would make people not want to use them. They're gonna feel like, oh, if we got all of these different choices, let's switch it up every time so it's not the same old thing.
Yeah, so making it like cause some people like it's a routine. They kind of get like bored of it. Like it's just the same old. I get my little off and everything like that.
Definitely.
But like I feel like the different types of condoms kind of make it fun, like the glow in the dark, the whole like some extra lube and all that type of stuff.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like it just spices up the whole relationship, basically.
Spices up the relationship and sex, because then you get into other things like role plays and all that good stuff.
I don't
So,
role play.
Cocky professor and stuff like that. It's fun. Like, it's just real different. And then treats people, makes them want to do it more.
Yeah.
They see that it's fun.
Yes, but it also bridges like the gap between like having like that fun with it too.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
people are like, oh, sex is so like it's so taboo to talk about, which I think is so weird. Yeah, I think so.
You know how popular porn is?
I know, but you still don't.
But to who though? Because I feel like certain people are really like explicit about it, and other people are more like discreet about it.
Discreet.
I think kind of I think porn is still kind of like a little
touchy.
taboo.
Yeah.
This 2019.
That's 2019. People got their own fan accounts, but
9-year-olds are talking about sex. Like,
well,
we're not talking about sex. What are you?
I know, but some people think it's some like females out here, or like just people in general that I see that who like post explicit stuff like that, and people call them hoes when they never did anything sexual in their life.
right.
But that's just them being their sexual being. So I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like it is kind of taboo. Oh yeah, there is.
There's
female condoms.
And not a lot of people know
female
that.
condoms.
They don't.
Or internal condoms.
So like that's probably why most people believe that males should always carry condoms. But people think like carry condoms as well.
Totally.
But yeah, sure.
Young people like have more sex because their parents are gone and away from work.
Probably they do.
Yeah, not speaking on me, but yeah, they do. They do. Cause you know, they be wilding out here. Like they just think they grown. They just sit down.
Mom's always there.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so a lot of these. So what about for the guys who are like, who parents not home are like? Is there pressure on you as young lady?
I say no, it's not.
No means no.
Their parents gonna be there, but when you go over there and their parents pop up, you gotta hide under the bed. That's a different story. Yeah, I know.
Oh. Oh.
No,
Oh. Do y'all know where y'all can go and get tested, and do y'all feel comfortable going and get tested by yourself or with your partner?
Go on Jefferson, by Chinese place, or Main Street.
Do you think it's a woman's responsibility to introduce condom use?
No, it should be on both parts.
It should be on both parts? Okay.
But if he ain't saying no, you better say so.
Okay, that's my next question. So what if a guy doesn't have a condom and you really
go get one? Get one. Or if you don't got one, then we ain't no none of that.
Okay, so not having a condom does not having a condom or trying to go get a condom, does that ever ruin the mood?
No.
Okay. Because a lot of guys think like, oh, I want to pull out a condom, it's gonna ruin the mood. So young women are saying that's not the case.
Nah.
Okay, all right. So you can speak on behalf of your friends, right? You ain't gotta talk for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Appreciate y'all. Good luck at your practice. Thank y'all.
Have a good day. You too.
I have just a quick question. Like, so what if? Because a lot of times condoms are made of latex. So what is alternatives if you're allergic to latex? So
non-latex condoms.
Polyurethane. There's polyurethane
Somebody tries to smack you up. I'm allergic to latex, which is true. We have allergens though.
Right. So yeah, you could always, there's alternatives like polyurethane.
And female condoms that I've seen have not been made out of latex, so.
Yeah, I think female
give those
condoms are made out of polyurethane.
I'm just dry.
Yeah.
Real dry.
Yeah, so that is good to carry lube too.
That's what the female condoms sound like. It's like just open the packet.
Yeah.
I think like what Demetrius was just saying, talking about you think it's both people's responsibility to carry condoms, and there's a really good point to not have it be like, oh, the man or the guy or whoever is the insertive partner. I don't think it's necessarily their responsibility to be the one that has to carry the condoms. I feel like it's both parties' responsibilities or all parties' responsibility, whoever is participating. I think it's everybody's job to make sure that you're safe. So you should bring condoms for yourself and for everybody else who's going to be joining in these activities.
Definitely. I feel like that's good because people always, it's just stereotypes make it feel like the male should always have them and stuff.
Right.
And if y'all having a conversation about it and stuff, both of y'all should have them just in case one person forgets or one thing leads to another. And if y'all don't have them, just go to the store together and buy some so that you'll have some laying around.
I definitely agree.
Going back to what you were saying, having them in the house, that's another good thing too. So at least, you know, if we're going back to your place, I know you got some there. And if we're going back to your place, you got some there. So just make sure that everybody has them and it's becoming normal for people to have them instead of just being like, oh, I forgot. Which leads you to having unprotected sex.
Potentially. It might send you back on the bus home, but
because not everybody's the same. Some people may like extra lube. Some people might like different types of condoms. I only F with this type of condom. Okay, just having those options there so that everything goes smoothly. Because if it's like a something to interrupt the whole situation or you guys having sex, it could lead to, you know, having unprotected sex or even, you know, hostility where you gotta take that bus ride home.
Do you think there are like any alternative methods that you could use? Like if you don't want to use a condom and you don't want to go raw?
For diseases or pregnancy?
For both. Either or both.
What's your words on this? Cause I'm thinking plan B, but that's only for pregnancy.
I mean, but yeah, like if you raw dog, you gotta you more than likely got a higher chance of like busting a nut or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, honestly, I would say,
or at least I feel as though like you know,
only raw dog the girl that you close with. So basically your girlfriend or your wife.
Do you still think that that's risky?
But you should probably. I know you got trust in her, but you should probably get
before that relationship. You gotta get tested first.
Get her tested. Yeah.
Before that relationship, you gotta get tested. If everything is all good,
and then you still you still then putting your trust in them that they gonna only be with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some ways that like you can encourage folks to like use a condom? What are some tips?
Put on a condom.
But you know, people don't like using them.
I mean, usually they more than
and sometimes they could be awkward, you know what I'm saying? They could ruin the mood.
I mean, just be like, you're not about to force me to have unprotected sex with you, I guess. And then you either leave or just, you know. I encourage like using condoms and having safe sex.
Okay.
I encourage that. It's not like I'm the one trying to, let's get it.
Right.
Like, first off, I don't trust the fact that if you got something or not. Secondly, like, if you don't want to have it unprotected, then okay, then I'll just go.
The tips so it's not awkward. Maybe you can keep the condom like under your pillow, in your pocket, or even just discuss the fact that you're gonna use it before you get there, so that way it's not an awkward conversation. Yeah, so
don't get a condom if a give it to you, because she probably poke holes.
Well, you gotta. So the way you do that is just squeeze it.
You can't assume it, but I'ma still assume it.
It's always better to have your own.
Yeah, exactly.
But just squeeze the condom.
Come on.
Squeeze the condom. Listen. Squeeze it, and if it's that air still in it, then it's good. If there's no air in it, then that means it's a hole in it.
Tips. So like for people who think that raw dogging is like they can't feel nothing with a condom, whatever. You could use ultra thin condoms. Those are an option, and for the male or whoever is insertive or whatever, you can put lube inside the condom. So those are.
Make sure that right lube, because if you use other substitute lubricants, it will mess with condom. It will lubricate effectively. Like
Crisco.
Don't use lotion. Don't use vegetable oil.
Don't use baby oil. Like anything like oil-based, basically.
Don't use butter.
Yeah.
Use butter. Alright.
So like silicone, water-based lubes, those are things that are compatible with like latex and polyurethane condoms.
And if you're a healthy person, there's organic lube out there. So.
Truly.
Yeah.
There is? I didn't know that.
I just
found that out too. Like spit is not the best spitting water. You know what I mean? Spit lasts for like 2.5 seconds and then it's dry.
Listen, when times are dire, you do what you gotta do.
I'm not knocking anybody's young, but I'm saying it's better to be prepared versus trying to do the little spit shine.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, moving on to condomless sex. Why do you think people engage in condomless sex?
Because the condoms stink.
The condoms stink. You don't want anything smelling down there.
Some people can't get up apparently. Some people can't finish the job if they're wearing a condom.
I feel like that's bull.
I don't believe that.
I mean, you never know.
If you're attracted to a person and stuff, I feel like it's you ready to go. Especially if they're doing what they got to do to keep you up, then it don't matter what's on you. You're gonna be good to go.
It may take a little more time, but who in a rush?
So,
and as far as it's thinking, I think just spray some Febreze or something. Yeah, because sex automatically has a stench. It's enhanced by it. But hell. It's like, if you engage in the safe sex, you're gonna catch some STIs that's gonna stink. So it's gonna be like, well, they're gonna like that. So you might as well deal with it while you're in the bedroom.
That's definitely a fact.
So it can be killing the mood, performance anxiety maybe. They stink. Usually something really weird. I didn't know. Well then. So y'all know what stealthing is?
No, I don't.
So
I know.
So stealthing is when you go in with the condom on, and at some point without your partner's consent, you slide it off.
Oh yeah.
So
funny story that actually happened to me before. It was like, well, we stopped because it was like, what the I mean, what the heck? You it was like, what's the mess? I didn't know what happened. Yeah, you definitely feel the difference and stuff. So it's just like, you pull it out, try to take it off, but then I knew something was wrong, so I'm like, what did you stop it for? It's like, we're doing this other day. We're trying to keep going. Because you know, my food and stuff. And then I just had to look up and find out, like, why would you do that? It's just like, I'm sorry.
So now, knowing what stealthing is, can y'all think of any ways that you can avoid stealthing?
Keep the lights on.
Yeah, lay on your back so you can watch everything they do.
Record it.
Record it.
Sure.
Like I saw you in the video afterwards.
I know what you did. You stealthed me.
How did the police? That sound like some extra.
Yeah.
I did not approve that.
It's not consensual.
Contract. When we first started,
Yeah, that's not consensual at all. That's not supposed to consent. That's just so shady. Like
it is.
I can see if you asked and was like maybe like do you want to not use condoms? It depends on if it's like a first person you doing this first time or long term.
Yeah.
Like ask the person.
But if you just do it.
If you just do it, that's just like, oh, I can't trust you no more.
So yeah, for all you stealthers out there, fake baby raping. So stop it.
Alright then. So another point that I bring earlier, I was talking about just condom sex in general, besides stealthing, was preferences. Some people don't use a condom in general. So like, do you think it is valid for someone to say they don't like using condoms during sex?
It's very valid. It's just up to to the other person on whether they want to do after the fact that they tell them this. It's either you tell me this, then you get out of my house. If that person decides they want to just engage in the unprotected sex, then go ahead and do what y'all do. But for me personally, if their views are not lining up with mine, I will try to come to like some sort of agreement at first. And then if they just are stuck inside their word and they're not going to change, then they got to go. We're not doing anything.
Alright, a way you can establish that trust with them is getting tested with them as well.
I
think everybody's points today apparently.
Another point real quick is just like not to be, I guess to me when you were talking to it sounded a little harsh and it's just like, you know, you don't necessarily have to get out, but we can talk about alternatives. Like you say, you can go get tested together, and we know that there's
alternative things you can do besides actually.
There's alternative actions you can do. Like you don't have to necessarily get in sex, but if that's like the prerogative for both of y'all, like there's other alternatives as far as like pills and stuff, or a pill that you can take to reduce the chances of you transmitting the virus to other people. And that pill is called PrEP.
Which we'll talk about in the next episode.
Yeah, wearing the same clothes.
So you cannot send nudes of individuals who are less than 17 years old. Because that's illegal.
We catch a case.
Period.
Child pornography.
And considered child pornography. Period.
Really trashy. Like, we don't need anybody out here exposing your partners.
Right.
You know? And I don't like that because it's like, it just seems really shady on your part. Like, you know, we were once intimate together, and it's like now all of a sudden because you're feeling stuff away, now you want to expose me.
Yeah, it's not right.
Girl,
Like,
I know what I can do.
And even when people are sharing it, they could get charged for child pornography.
definitely.
Even if it was like consensual on that hand, like those people sending it back and forth, it's not consensual for you to expose me and put it all on things. Because a lot of people be doing that expose after they had their relationship, which it does not make any sense to me.
Oh, sure.
We don't stand revenge porn in here.
We don't, and I'm glad you said that because some people think that some people are afraid to actually stand up against these people who are exposing them and stuff because they use like the tactics like, well, if you go to police about me sharing it, I'll say that you sent it to me. You get in trouble for that too. But just so that they know that like they can be protected.
That is so weird. This recently happened to one of my friends. Like one of my friends is like a YouTuber and like has brands contacting them and stuff like that. And their boyfriend is like, they're not together anymore, and they sent, like, they had their email address. They sent all of their like a booty pic to all of the brands that the PR brands. That's it.
That is not.
Yeah. And like change their YouTube channel name to like a curse word and stuff like that.
Damn. So my money?
Yeah.
Messing with my money?
Yeah, basically, and change the whole change the whole YouTube channel to name like bad time, so they can't change it no more. So they have to create a new one.
Wow.
Do you know what happened with that? Like,
yeah, but
charges pressed?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Good.
That's good, as they should.
Appreciate you. Wanna lay out some tips or advice on ways you can make.
Don't be silly, but take your willy.
And if you're gonna go full throttle, put a cap on your bum.
Oh, what? Say that again, bro.
If you're going full throttle, put a cap on your body.
Yeah.
So that's all we have today for today's episode of Legacy Radio. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Like us on Facebook.
Period.
Follow us on Instagram.
Download my music.
Oh, yeah, that's it.